is Buadu TV. Truth and integrity.
When Wontumi was filling their mouth with cocoa and banku, their mouths were closed.
Yet it is Sikaso and so accommodating. It was to open our forests and our river bodies to allow ruthless persons like this who don't understand anything about the environment. Prempeh College pa.
Mining, ya revoke your license. Wontumi, one na side no a mining company. Tiasi, emi anu ni ko jail. Ma for appointment na appointment ma mutomo ba.
I was saying, I'm going to go back Buadu TV. So, the best first time is subscribe na mo like video no. Na fi mo comment, mo wi na ma share na ye kuyenim. Maintain mo TV SYZ. We beka TV SYZ. Mugabe ni show no share so. Na chema Wontumi omaye ne kete. So what is akonta mining company no. Sisi ya revoke omo license. Enam se galamsi au mutu enya saketwa omude asase no maton de amamfo na manfo tusu galamsi ade Mugabe ni guest ayomo no we enu sinchenya Chief Justice Madam Toko nunsu ya suspend no we if you omapanyin John Dramani Mahama kache emunsem tisen maame no kwa no beko amanfo pese okọ kwa no beko no nso nya ikura mikura nka resign yes you wonso menko eti finally omampanyin a suspend no emunsem secret bibia Mugabe ebie dato
ya revoke akonta mining and sema lands and natural resource minister honorable Emmanuel Kofi Amabua and sema odi atudwa na chese Wontumi say fight against galamsey no omo ebo Muhammadin papa amisha say free excellency lawyers itabense
Medasi Mugabe. Akonta mining, a very good news. Say you are revoking a license. It's been long overdue. I mean, one person cannot hold the whole country to ransom. Na on kase onodie, he's above the law. Na on yet your ope. Akonta mining license no. 20 September 30th, 2022. Ena Minister for Forestry, a director at the end in a press release, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Minister directs Forestry Commission to halt Akonta Mining Limited's operation in the Tano Forest Reserve. Now, then they see after that. After that, no, Chief Clearing Agent, Nana Dodankwa, ebe clear Akonta Mining.
Thank you.
Say, onyeshi ena yesan release forest reserve no edema no ena osan rem na dia mete ye kra atwa miyem ese yesi ode ono ade forest reserves no emankofo ena na oji royalties nti ye dey no okoji 250 grams of gold from kofo na ode land na mom no mutu a na ono akoji ne die mutu a na ono akoji ne die na Mugabe ubeka ya Wontumi ono no ye Akonta mining. Wontumi is equal to Akonta mining. Wontumi is equal to Akonta mining. Akonta mining is equal to Wontumi. It's one and the same person, not different people. Wontumi ebetena radio station. Asem we maka wa hasa. Okotena radio station so. Emma gold bars so.
Onwani station.
Onwani station. Emma gold bars so. Eka say gold no enunie gold a e wo say ye nyina ye de adwuma magana fo nyina na ye nya rose nya hospital no Wontumi nkwa etna Ashanti region extend call western region and o to gold because o maban e wo power na de ba ko a e me de e wo his excellency John Mahama hu say wama the appointees warning say on pese obechi obia a oye illegal mining. Na say ye kwachi omoko Akonta mining site so hwe de Wontumi aye ye land hwe de Wontumi aye ye land Share. Look, this is what Wontumi and Akunta Mines. This is what Wontumi and Akunta Mines they have done to our forest reserves. This is what he has done to. And see, we MPP ni now what is Facebook now what you say you can't touch Wontumi, you can't touch it's political. Yes, it's politically motivated. We are not afraid to say it. Are you afraid to say it? I'm not afraid to say it. It's politically motivated, and so what? The man is destroying our lands. He's destroying our forest reserves. He's destroying our water bodies. And then you sit on Facebook with your stomach full of kenke to say it's politically motivated. If this has to be politically motivated for us to get our land back, for us to get our forest reserves back, then we will do it. Continue eating your kenke and talking whatever you want to talk. Go ahead and do it. Wash. Now say you call the site hono. Omukochi Chinese for. Obeka say Chinese for in the site. And so there has been evidence. Who pictures are want to be Chinese for on the site so. Into the now only on the site so no mu ye for. Omu for ye Azerbaijan. Ana omu for river. Imagine Kazakhstan. And I omu for Ukraine. Yeah, who Chinese for who no mu jina ho. Ewo site. Who catch and say there are no Chinese people on my site. Now who want to me? Can you go to China to go and do what you are doing with Chinese people in our land? Go the year want to me the betre.
Thanks to my production.
Royalties and I want to meet you to the state. Taxes and I want to meet you to the state. The IRS must go after Wontumi to find out how much gold he has taken so far and how much taxes he has paid, and he must be made to pay all arrears of taxes with penalties. Because onukwa to gold no eno di babeka Wontumi see den owuska. Wontumi before MPP back eba power no. He was a security man in London. He came down, his party was in power. He went into our forest reserves, he went into our water bodies and stole our gold. He stole it because that gold belongs to me, it belongs to you, it belongs to everybody. And that is why we give it out legally. We give it out legally so that we can collect royalties and taxes to build the nation. But one person has the audacity to go in and collect our gold and come and sit on his own radio station and tell us, say, Mimi Woska, gold in your gold in your gold in your gold in your Nenya gold, Ghana gold na we and can Woska no kofa we security job na we are London and na hina na emao. Na hina na emao. And so we have journalists sitting in their kitchen tent studios talking about Galamsey. When Wontumi was filling their mouth with cocoa and banku, their mouths were closed. But today, that the gold is not coming, their mouth is empty. So now they can shout and yell and shout and say that they are fighting Galamsey. When he was feeding you, did you tell him that what he was doing to our water bodies was wrong? Did you? And so that now you think that because your mama is in power, you have the right to go and organize some foolish Galamsey, you have the right to go and organize some foolish Galamsey demonstration. You don't. You lost that right when you refused to speak up in the 8 years that MPP was. And Mugabe, said the minister is dealing with Wontumi right now. Share August 2024. Wontumi stood on campaign platform and was say, Okache John Mahama, he dared John Mahama, can you push me out? It is here. It is on My Joy Online. Can you push me out? Wontumi dares Mahama over mining in forest reserves. He has no respect for anybody. He thought his power again. August 28 August 2024 is on My Joy Online here. 28 August. Is there? Also, obedient to me pushing it out. Inti, Mpacho, Honorable Ama, His Excellency John Mahama show him where power lies. He thought that they were going to steal, that it was possible to steal, and they were going to remain in power. For him to continue to destroy our water bodies and destroy our forestry. That's why he had audacity to say that John Mahama cannot push me out. Look, the evidence is there. He said you cannot push him out. So let's see who has the power now. Push him out and restore our forestry back to now meaning the Ghana fool. But Mukai say former general secretary no. The who you know. Sir John. He even willed forests he willed forests to for his family. He willed Ghana's forests to his people. This MPP government destroyed everything in Ghana. They stole everything in Ghana. Everything. They didn't leave anything. They stole lands. They stole everything. And so when it comes to Galamsey, we've been 3 months in power. We are going to fight Galamsey every way that we can to ensure that people like Wontumi will not be able to come and sit on TV again and come and show gold bars to the annoyance of people that he has money when it is our gold that he has stolen. So we will do the right thing. You can count on us. We will do. Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise that this government is not the empty noise. We are moving in and we will get all of them. And we have started with Akunta mining. Akunta mining's license has been revoked. And thanks to John Mahama for doing that. You have shown him that you are the man.
Yes.
JM is the man. That's same jata. Ndewude Japanana. Only ne ya de usi break the 8. Ne question na 8 na be din say wo betumi no. Me e me de say Akunta mining. Mama Africa see Oshoyen from Kofodia, new job in former women's organization.
Dominic Bedia Konso from Kumasi.
Now journalists be our move bag I'm saying no say Katechi. I don't want to glorify him. One say Maniewu. No Maniewu. Look, Wontumi, he was not acting on his own power. So why he was there in John Mahama is that the main pillar behind Wontumi's nonsense is mining illegalities. Yes. Yes, the person who gave him the power to go because he was ruthless. He didn't care about anything. Wontumi, where did he get the information from? Where he's doing the mining? Where did he get the information from? How did he know there was gold where he was? In those 6 sites. Who gave him that information? And I'm saying it's coming from Nana Addo Dankwa's statement that yet it is Sikaso in Socioeconomic. It was to open our forests and our river bodies to allow ruthless persons like this who don't understand anything about the environment. Prempeh College into
no, I have always said that Prempeh College must refund. Prempeh College must refund Wontumi's school fees to him because it's a disgrace
from him. Anyway, sometimes you be to me go school na be we any day Achimota kra na be wom from Kutufa. Kimbu Wontumi go Achimota. Okay Kimbu and Mugabe, a party chairman of a region, the Ashanti region. It's the biggest of all. So yes, he came with full verve. He was made up of nonsense. Excuse me for my use of word. He had the capacity to contain everybody because of what he was doing. He had the support of the president. This one, LI 246, was to back Wontumi to go about his nonsense. He sat on national television to show me and you gold that the Bank of Ghana does not have. The Bank of Ghana, go and check their reserve whether they have this. Go and check the Bank of Ghana whether they have this. I've told you that the former first lady Opegodu Pa. Yes, she's part. So she was also part of this. They all saw it and kept quiet because they were direct beneficiaries from Wontumi's loot. God, we have to seize all Akunta mining equipment and nationalize it. Why did I talk about nationalization? A champion in the 70s nationalized our gold mining efforts. All those mines you see, the Obuasi gold fields, all those big ones, he nationalized them. And kept the money here, 55%, in order to support the nation's economy, especially cocoa buying. Let's do so. Why? We have alluvial miners, we have small-scale miners, we have large-scale miners. But still, we have people doing illegal mining, despite the licenses we give. Who gives them that information? That there's gold here. Who gives that information? The Minerals Commission itself. We must investigate the people who work there. The Environmental Protection Agency. We must investigate those people who work there, whether they equally don't have concessions, selling out to people. Because Obikita map, you know. And nobody's there, so I can take you there. Yes, that's what they do. And it's gold, so it's a lot of money in that industry. And it's illegal, it's underground. So there's money floating, and there are people giving themselves up to allow this nation to lose. Mugabe, why am I shouting? Gold supports the national currency. currency bia or mind bia no. You think the British they took our gold there for nothing to support the British pound? Why can't we use our gold to support our currency here? That's why I'm happy for the gold board and it's coming and other things and what they want to do. Now all those Indians who buy gold on the market, they'll be flashed out so that Ghanaians can come. It's first, as they say, we must benefit from it directly before anybody comes in. And say, now you have cocoa for 30,000. 30,000, madam for big cry coffee. Cocoa, papa, cocoa, yamao. Now I told you, I went to my mom's cabia. Omu to go, after the moon who's about to go, not to be called. And Omo Jacko Code be no Musa Didi Coco no. What kind of decision is that? I want government to put in legislation. Omwa, Yadinya Sakwaya Gio Masasa Mom Musikeninano. Government should recall the funds back to those families. Because they peanuts. I'm telling you, they should report to government. Mugabe. There have many say alternative livelihoods for these young innocent people who want to work, who we find on the Galamsey grounds. Mugabe, they want to work. So be who be or pesika good bottom. What alternative measures are we putting in place as a government, as a people, so that we stop these young men from going where they are going? If we have to organize mining in such a way that community mining will give the opportunity to do mining, let's do so. Because I want the way the man want to be sky no better. So say the kind of diseases they get. Mercury cell body. Livers say what is in it for them. The state must look at that, Mugabe. Now, yes, while my business forum, I'm happy that the minister wept. Because if you look at a champion intentionally, deliberately built this forest. You can go and check Ghana's environmental record. A champion intentionally put a cluster to protect the Tano River, the headworks of the Tano River, to protect it, that there will be constant rainfall to supply the Tano and this environment. So look at it. Somebody has gone in there to destroy it. That person is walking free. This Achampo who built this forest was shot by firing squad.
Sending me messages. Hey, and I'm going to say I'm going to tell me. I'm a money in your 4 months of crowd. I'm a money, see, you're 4 months of crowd. Joma mamoni ya memwa efe. Thursday na mene minua eye Captain Smart. Captain Smart ya so cement ewo eye National Cathedral. Captain Smart ya tena ni TV so ene ni radio so say Joma makoto fie ni eye hotel ewo Dubai. Onu a wose muga ma pacha. Na minua Captain Smart wa pacha wa mene ne sankoko. Dabida. Katachie pacha wa ye de che na Obane na ma was call ya wodi se hu am 24 wenti no se me jana life amano so onko 24 say hey masa obey steady enso me ne nko ntokwa nim adwuma ne sa netie Thursday no adwuma na ya wa ha ne wi adwuma ne Thursday no so Chief Justice no wache Chief Justice wetin ma chechere Speaker of Parliament. The 3 arms, media no being the 4th estate of the realm, and can be as the legislature, executive, and then the judiciary. The executive is powerful, take it or not. The appointing authority, a year president, no so. When you defense minister, when you chief justice, when you judges ya womuko Supreme Court Ghana ha huniema bebre abetwam. And this our petition where it didn't start yesterday. It started way back when Anado was in power. Afanya makasa say mo makasa Muhammad Dani CJ is supposed a year no mo start makasa ya press useless press conference. Left, right, center. As a Bema Mugabe, ama 1 day pen off any money on home. And now better listen, can obey Excellency Zita lawyer Zita Benson Sonka. Yes. A higher Casawa ha a fana. A deep end my better ha, my boss say, Webekoha. Sabapaya, ya can say, yes, one year acting civil aviation or Wakotana Bruce 2 weeks or buy a Baba party, a man in Mema Numudiasa, who is a gun of Virginia. Jamahama memono a serious business you. Wobako me so obeye dan obekọ hwa me metena aka me ka da parea na bebre ne me nya adwene ana dampare ba fe kwa de so dampare sort me out me adwuma nyina no dampare me dampare ni once the creator account ma ya me betua meka yes me ba have clear my name say me nya obi a brabo me dampare sika hwia kai 600,000 kwa 6 billion de be see osu share filling station manye na dampare no no ho ye say no wa ba brabo me e ho ne yaduro no dampare ye de obetimi aye bia so okoe Only at Uncle Biga Mugabe. Ever trans say, now me my court, no court, I couldn't kunim. Not lawyer Nina, member the court to need to meet your petition, the combative justice say, one we hear seminum. What 1,000 over lose 2,000. We fear now West CSC, Ayaka do Bruhono, make dreaming in I then a go for no one say, power be we say. Yes. One advice one I'll withdraw, sir, a year petition. One advice you. I will not mention names today. Yakwani MMO. Say Mugabe, ya de mako court, e wasase ho. Ne matwe mansoa, nya me na call you, ne me dibim. Yes o, ye for case no tonchen. Ni asa ko second one. Pan ne masai, ya change judges 3 times. Me kama semo, ma brother papa, ne me di nkunim. Ni atwe petition the former chief justice. Useless ones. Monkeys play by sizes. Now go and write again. When advice one I call withdraw our statement, you know. Prepare, because the angels they have surrendered the whole area. Make you dining in there agu. Then when we say power be there, as no to me be. Yes. Next time we will be in a kujina concern in the between mansoa or by steady. Because more chief justice. Mama baby a madru. More better form. And the chief justice and they are suspending on. A young man lord. Now Mugabe say, oh, you spread them on. More fire. Go down 3 months. Na end this war power. MPP time. Na judge China Konya ewu Kumasi High Court. Yes, Kennedy so. You better find you 1,008 to go through 8,008. Local champions. Kennedy free ha. Ekwani Maase aye what they say announce ko hwema so America. Ni a fine no over $18 million a year dollars. Oba Ghana ha Kennedy timetna ha no odi sitting a high court judge atem e won kra ha de be high court judge ne say ye be ka bibia ma na so mi say ye be transfer no e na kwato ba bi kura che say wono no next time kwa no wodi Kennedy asema obe yesterday a Kennedy threat amanfo useless judge stupid judge e wo Ghana ha Mugabe dey say you spread that on wo je so more fire listen more fire akuga more fire into kodem. How can you be a judge in your own court? Judge ni say makase tie ente momra ni ani ansan jele mo esi wa hefa ewo ewiase hefa ne tia ne asososo ni wanya sifaka mo kotra radio so wo mo kwa de wase kemo mo 10 years that useless ma call na akomia wase kemo mo 20 years no mo ti peace fm no mo cancel hu ne nsam phone. I'm not the commander of the airways. O say sifaka mo ti me call radio ni tv so bi masala so mo nyina mo dama so o mo kwada no mo nya adwuma ne mayen yen ye ba bebu o man ni yie jomama na point is no mo ye de anya me ba betra me fire wo mo sa so opposition for say mo na sa memo no jomama mamo ne koyie chief justice no wache enyo bi na o say tufu jemensa ekwan ya omotena ase omotena jubilee aso etwe sa petition ne command na do no na mo twere jubilee aso wa sa invisible for no wu for ni hu omo omotena ho na mo twere omo ye invisible ana mo twere no mo de command na do ana ono ahwe ma ya hu nipa wo de sa petition ne ko ye isa Charlotte say ne ka kura we use go hu nsem ka ye de amano from chief of staff office ye say entiase na one appointing no etra ha ye maame George na Wood kofo na appointing no opanyin atamese ne be ye adwuma wampam no John Mahama ebai ene ne be ye adwuma wampam no muntie 3 ye case no na George na Wood ena na ho ena o ka se o twe ne ho one justice bafo boni ena o mi yi o mu free mu ena ye maame ayeso for akufu epresade ye ena Ghana for mu refi asem John Mahama opam George na Wood ne mena so 70 years or retirement wo free wo ema ya maame ayeso for akufu ye den ebai ne mena so ena okoye eye anim ye bo a ono so another judge na ono so MPP na kuno ono se ne ho nsem ho one lawyer free ye bi wo twere ne ho nsem ade ne wantimi ankoyina no tena court say JMS and ebe mana ba bi gina da kemedru a mo say kaskala ya yi mu 419 omba awotio sa chief justice we ya hama suspend ni oche o kasa no wamu na nanim no wa anwe na no de akire wo na me se hwe ewiase wo ma ne na Dubai ni nyino mo ni na adonko nti wa se wo yi si ahwe dampare ko tio chief of defense staff eko army commander ko eye immigration boss ko fire service oko nti wo yi si boss a metra wo kase ye betwen wo beko woni deputies ni nyina so call MPP apparatchiks ni mu nyina mo beko bossman start writing your handing over note apia hene Jane Mensa mo start entwetwere mo beko entra ba be say ase ye acting wo ye civil aviation or acting na wo acting no wo ye obi a eye ye maame eye former chief eye of staff ye maame Frima Opare wo ye wo boy one de ne boy no one de wo ba ho wo beko anya say acting ya ma acting no akwatena breche 2 weeks ya tie ya te say under na Akufo-Addo momo wo aye airport wo no terminal 3 ho no under Akufo-Addo last year wienhye mienu ne besi ye sa wienhye mienu nyina no ye de akwakosi air force base sesi a sa 2 aircraft ni nyina da so si wo besi ne 2024 ene bae pilot ni crew ni nyina de wienhye mienu ne besi ye no omo board another flight asa call back sa wienhye ni ebesi o mienu ne besi wo besi ne mate ho asem nya useless eye MP see a friend say for you for the for no kwa anya me hiku asa juo na so no juo useless MP na wudi atro and me nua dollar were second vice chairman of the MPP. I've done my checks ewo airport wo enye nene nwa na we adwuma but dollar mo nyina motena ho instead of you guys to come out knowing very well say we are MPP ni who play critical role at the aviation department our Kotoka International Airport we are in charge of security knowing very well say sadia na afodwo eka nyina na ye nokore but we are MPP ni ntinu ni say obetu omoto a obenya problem ntumi nka obeye din ebeto me ne ma me fire without fear or favor. Yes nana do to say I mean obeye the obetimi aye bia obe pack court no but bia be fa bia MPP how can you appoint obia we card bearing member of the MPP so on kotena a Supreme Court will be our contest as parliamentary candidate pen so on kotena High Court on kotena a appeals court for what nasa ni anyam amam say edoji tamakule ye man so I say ko a Supreme Court a minua a lawyer Adawudu Baba Jama mumpiepie omo nyina kogo now Chief Justice would the crata kwa command penina would can leak command media no asa no man penina all respected president who is the first gentleman of the land and who is the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces near to Ghana ha sim who bia near so now you are no more you are suspended we have the right to criticize you in a constructive manner ye ni watam by back criticize you sa unanimous decision emma the then former national security minister honorable Kandapa ya wo free man in the Ashanti region of the Republic of Ghana by out because say no kasa kiremo se koba say de bia no yeko ne koye 907070 sa unanimous na threat to national security yet Ghana ya tehwe. Yes. LGBT Kinsam, yet Ghana ha, yet tehwe. Speaker of Parliament, na chechere ne saguno, yes, dabi, speaker didn't right. Your call is the Speaker of Parliament to bar in which year? Obeye MP in 1992. When we need and we were Parliament on the 7th January to 1993. The longest 7 MP in our history under the 4th Republic. Papa, a friend say, Right Honorable Suman Babi. You're calling to the bar now for your markings, no affair on primary school. Yes. Temechire papa we say good in that is na chiti said you we nimra because we are chief justice. Afanya to me we court e ko duru ho 12 noon ni ya set a panel e de amano ni atena asem no so adi na asem na e de amano because we are majority leader. That time is over. We are resetting. Obi a wona Nanado ba ye bia no tender in your resignation letter and go with Nanado. On your mama say Nanado e wo kwa no ma hu de o ka kire no. Say o man the bed in na ba be to say ja sasem no ja. Yes. Amafo be ko jelo. Hey, amafo be dem papa. Na me say Jomama ho. Jamia shira na menti ase da. Jomama, woni ne panifo atwa ne ho ahia. Honorable Julius Zebra. Minua Dr. Callistus, champion Callistus. Ene panifo amwo ho Dr. Valerie Soya. Hey, we were Jubilee House wa. I mean, ho nyina no. Papa and friend say wood no way too much. What you say? Ejuma ne koso. I'm your friend, watch that ye. Yanu, Monsieur, ye are Jumano on Thursday, Mugabe Hobson, and the Captain Smart. Ye are Jumano ha. Ye can your man is Sanuman said, Debbie. And Yadi be. More for a ya crater, I say. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Cecilia make us say, a year, ya mame, a year, Tokunu. Hana Dahono. Where your presidency communications. And the honorable fellow squat you for soon and such as you. And a green letter, no, Dr. Callistus in a sign. Yes. And the Dahono. And the Dahono. Yan Cassie be no. And the Dahono. And the Dahono. Yan Cassie Obeko. And dawono umpe jomahama neko se umpe and this ya neko your mistake Fellas Kwachi Ofosu MP spokesperson to a government na hwan movanisa ye wie afani ya ba jeli nkro akronfo no na mo amode sa petition ko ye nyame nhyiram. So what try yo? Shall me say you are resetting Ghana? Yes. Atankoliga biga Mugabe Maase the capacity man. Me see ayada you are resetting Ghana. Communities na kwa adwuma yakwaso. Go to roads and highways. Na kwa minua aya governors Kwame Agboja adwuma wabo. Ko aya works and housing. Na kwa minua aya Ken. Ken, adwuma wabo ho. Kana J, adwuma wabo ho. Wudu Bama Kampwa. Wire the Wudu see ade headquarters. Wire the Wudu Air Force Base. Wire the Airborne Foya Omo Aya Tamale. Minua Aya Louis watching in the team no. Wire the Wudu Kamina Barras. Hey, wire the Kamina ba so mo join to on Pito base bi wo area ho bedru hoyi mo je Pito yi na emrantie mai soldier force mo je feelings ba okro yi mo do before complain for yi ubo is in regional why the is in regional minister ma me reta bo adwuma kai amemo ni ko yiye joma ma memo no bosome miensa ho 100 days amemo o eche obi 8 years. Yes. Amemo papa no. Missy ma menu wa cha obi beka say long overdue. It is long overdue. Niatea na ayada useless caricature in Ashanti region. Ya wono ya kwa Ashanti region. Watu ne ka hwi no ababe gina Atenga Junction. Wababa be wura Adesha FM. Hwan a yese eye Wontumi. Wabaye den yose obiye mumu. It Ashanti region nyina Wontumi atimi anya momo wo baabi a eche baabi a Mugabe eye adwuma no sa station anim na Wontumi eba be ye momo. Subhanallah. Anye sere pam ne sa akokɔ. angels no the oye tietia wo mu kwa ne pamo no subaga biga obeye de wa ha na wait Asante region etimi kwatena TV station na gold asesa gold na odi akwatena TV so se wonu o gold che obi apart from mutumfo baga biga Wontumi ene for betena so hwe wotena sia mesoma me boys no station hwa no ma ba beje watch ye kwan a wo fa so a wunya sa gold no ene gold bia ye gold board for neto ni to wia ya exporto alesa me bo ana wo bia ma alesa wo bia betena se mame ene monologue no me no na ye power to the people ene minim de tia wa bantem what you say emi enu ne ko jail ma for twa appointment ma muto mo ba yes me kwa kwaji green light say me ko kasa ewo government institution me kwa yada wo I'm above that me try as a general manager as a host of inside politics no me defend John Mahama awia anopa enwumre that green light say kwa communication one corporate I don't need it. I'm saying it here today me back. Yes. When say monkeys play by sizes. I feel here about be free country say offer because here pay what train bini and then amari. No. I will continue to defend my senior brother John Mahama. I will continue to defend the chief of staff Honorable Julius Zabra, my senior brother Dr. Callistus. I was here any different by any position do how the mammy I will decline it. Straight away I'm saying it here. Me kasasa bema me say me wait in a mood me wa value me a capacity man me wa value and I know my level me I know my level I've paid my dues me kasa me nim de America me wura office bi and me atwetwe me and I was expect why is he expecting you why not expecting me now be expecting me I'm in the office so me kopa de ho o said yes hwe baby a yadru sesia no baby a yadru sesia no yadu baby a wose ye ka no kore me free media space no ma these guys who misbehave so say a touch re ya bojo ma ma chi do ma no yes mutia ni ye ana Mugabe na ada appointment mai me da ba to anim say me appointment akwa ye de jo Mahama na nim de se fata me Dr. Callistus nim de se fata me boss Honorable Julius Zabra na juma na me ye wonim de se fata me enye kwa no se be general manager no wonim me level wonim me capacity no wonim me value adana me try radio so ana Ghana nyina ye din me si Kumasi ana ba bia ye din in Kumasi attacks ne ba twice one ewo eye Atenga Junction abra na ewo air Wontumi ba ho two eye Buokrom close to eye Lemens. I don't want to mention the name of the hotel. Abra ye wie ya no ni ache mu two groups ni ache mu and the omunim say other car no na metim it that day ni me same you shoot different car it you do ya na no mo say waba and no say I mean ye free hotel na one car kura park wo hotel ho ye ba no ye bedu ho na about 50 cars and the hotel ho wo mo say da bi ba ko ne bra na chi na wo nwura mu na ye nta na chi no kan finfin na angels ni reveal bibia there at say we come there me car na say me hwe bibia wo and I told my driver say me see from o si wo mu ga say ya ba bedu me say no script for ni na me say mo betimi asi akọ ehọ na me ba be kire me powers say yakopon me angels no mo ka me ho me say mo de mo ni kai na mo kwa asoro ho ansa na script for ne ba be ka kire me say Mugabe ehọ nye no na me maduru na me ni Kumasi kura biem me kokura da na lesa makoda kabe makoda ta komoni o mo team akoye nyina na obi aye den akoda na me kwa mafota foko akodi TZ ewia za dom ma na Kumasi ade chi ye pe na yisigi fo akotwitwa ade hye FM yakwa twitwa wo mo wires ni ade nyina mo said o mutimi nye program on Friday about 8 a.m. na me wakra udum light o Kumasi me fa ho be medrun kan me fa ya free ha mo tie ho that is Mugabe Maase atankolega biga ɛna ɔmo bɛbia no mo sɛ hey bro nkɔfoɔ no etuo ne ɛyɛ sekan ɛna hyehyɛ wɔn ho ɛna ɔmo ka hausa kasa sɛ etwa Mugabe no yɛn hyia ne saa keke o memenye obi a wobɛtumi ahyia me a wo mi sɛ a me ne gyina hɔ na no oh alhamdulillah kasa pii obɛsɛ wo hyia Mugabe aboa ho yie ɛda menam no me etimi no menyina baabi ni obi ho nkɔnkɔnsa ho ana memfrɛ obi so ka obi ho asɛm nyɛ den ɛnkyerɛ no baba bia wobɛtena ka me ho asɛm bia mɛte yes wo mi a wobɛdɔgye menu na wose wura mu pia mimpie ya wontumi nwuram bo hu say yes monkeys play by sizes mam ya tan kolega biga mam kaka mbonye mam ya moara yes hwe enei Alisa mumie ne mark netumu Alisa Tayiru Nelson
yeah Mugabe
mutietri Alisa
yeah me
mutietri Alisa ya me shirawo
ozo sa
wo ho ya yefe
hey then na uka no
wo ho ya yefe
me papa John Dramani mama bapa wan ka me ye en campo na me ti
e koye wo kumase ya ne ade joma ha ma aba no say ya mo eternity a for eternity
tie o say last super now she 5 jersey
number 5
yeah me so me number 4
thank you
mama nchire bibi mu
satra ayi hono back 2 no
mama nchire bibi mu ye ne say joma ma sambre biom
sankofa
omo say ontumi ma
obeye den
omo kansem bebre
ene ko card obeye kire asanteman ene ko tamale ene ko winiba
ye ma asanteman krati ase say yen ye first president no o ware asanteni nti yen ma wa asanteman nti yen ni omo no odo no omo ntumi nka say ye NDC free ho NDC ye fruma ho we argued and placed the logic at their doorstep. Did you see the results? And I'm telling you, say,
for the first time,
we cannot even leave Mahama in the middle of the sea. It is at this time that he rather needs us. It is at this time that we must stand up morning, afternoon, evening to defend him on the radio.
His agenda.
Yes, Mugabe. Now, if he say, me try me who post to say CEO, deputy CEO without salary, no kwa
of the airways.
Okay, say kwa. Here be muya, and I say, I don't need money to come and defend John Dramani Mahama in his second coming. So Adwimpa Okita, Women's Development Banking. So why ye projects are rolling out? Look at the intention behind the gold board.
More fire.
Even the gold board CEO, Brad, your friend is saying, Sami Jenfi, highly intelligent young man who even understands the gold board ahead of his establishment. They make a notice. He has understanding of the place ahead of even the formation of the place. What?
Level-headed.
Level-headed. It's gold. No, tell you, boy, you cocoa board. Yeah, Mugabe too. Yeah, boy, you cocoa. No.
And the Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes, because in 1937 there was a cocoa hold-up. Yeah, Freddie B. Awam. 1937, the cocoa hold-up in West Africa, in Ghana. Yeah, Freddie B. Awam. Awam, Association of West African Mills. Be free cocoa free in Sawam.
In 1937.
Yes, and they didn't bring the money back. Into Obiji Wadi.
Yes, before independence.
Before independence, Obiji Wadi went to Yaka. Yes, why Awam? It was the acronym was from there.
Awam, no?
Yes. Association of West African Mills. Beto Ghana for cocoa.
In 1937.
Awam. Up to date. They didn't pay up until now.
And Galamsey no so.
Galamsey no they say Ujafo Nasifo no 16 gather them and sell. And and sell.
And only Galamsey gather them
and sell. Is the corruption of that phrase.
It's started from where?
In their team land, that team Ajobie Hono. They gave concession by Ochi no or Masasimu and Omuma concession. Yeah, more mashe any 1 cent, any 2 cents. I should say someone find
mirror.
Unless a nurse. No one will be that.
The historian.
And then they gave out their concessions
capacity.
Until the local people were aggrieved. And then they decided to protest. So in protestation, they say, not here now, you will see the gemstones. So gather them and then come and sell to us.
Gather them
and come and sell to we the British. Yeah, so gather, that's the corruption of the phrase. The gold board is a good thing because it took a history from the cocoa board. 1947, how the cocoa board came about. Na cocoa no, ye doa, ye hu baby the author, any baby echo. So the cocoa board was to respond to that. Baby cocoa free organic, they know which one is coming from the Volta, Eastern, Western, they know. It's the gold board. It's the same thing that will happen to our gold. It's a resource like the cocoa.
Maybe what is say no? Yenya gold board.
Yes.
You cocoa board.
Yes.
You bet your timber board.
Yes, it's there.
Cashew board.
You can have it. The
share butter board.
Why not? So you join if you don't want.
Diamond board.
You don't.
Manganese board.
So all those
board.
ones. Listen, the Precious Minerals Marketing Board has taken the diamonds you are talking about.
Including the
yes,
gold.
It has brought it under itself. You understand? So all precious minerals are now under the gold board. Yeah, baby. No, you have to pass through. You have to pass through a license regime in order to go and mine it.
But as you speak,
to say first, no.
Akonta mining, you revoke your license. Wontumi, ono na saade no a mining company. You revoke what you now.
Mate, I am there because nanado is share. Say yet is castle in so accommodate. Nanado Danko Kufado, no the Eeii 246 buy. Eeii 246
a legislative
instrument 246. It was to open our forests and our river bodies.
Reserve.
Yes, for mining. Who can say I was telling the taxi driver I was coming with. Gordon Gagisbeck.
That's who you should taxi.
I don't. Me walk out.
Until
I make catch us. I mean, Gordon Gagisbeck Mugabe. So 90 Gordon Gagisbeck. He decided to protect our land. He was a geologist when he was sent to Ghana as governor. He was sent in 1918. He was a governor. So he was a geologist. So quickly he went around the whole Ghana and took our soils and knew exactly because that was the Gold Coast he had been sent to. So he wanted to find out where all our gold was. So he deliberately planted forests in many areas. And I can name the forests for you. So many of them were planted between 1920 and 1929. You go to the Volta region, you see the DGR Game Reserve. And don't see say there is gold in that land. The Mole Game Reserve. There's gold at Mole. If you like attempt, go and pick the soil and let anybody test it. There's gold. And the Odotobri forest. The Odahu forest. All those forests were deliberately planted by Gagisbeck to protect the gold and protect the land from being exploited. Once the JMC or the Mraba, cocoa was so. No more cocoa nangu. Now move to gold. What be that? Debbie, Mammy can't tell. Look, it's not for nothing. Say, Obedi Ghana man penny was say or mine. Oh, I dare I grab a sweat fianapa. Ni papa be a law fair man. When to me and Trano. Ojama na danfo na say free musheshe ojama no wantumi amhwa so ojane ye obi business bia ese we bia enya ne dia ni din na da so keke not na say I want to say Yoli Kulendi wa beka say Ghana law reports in some na do din e da ho na say yon no tro or no Yoli Kulendi ni na tro or try dey work classroom kwa or catch the students no say yon na do na tro it no a fake I told you people that the guy will not be an effective president. What were they 4 times? A man notice or mobile work on no. I have to say this thing. Mine assassin and you be almost say assassin. I couldn't mind was say assassin. Mamika Mugabe Pacho. This thing didn't start. Want to me ben or I'll buy your end. Obi the smano. Passing yes, so they decided to open up our forest for people to come and destroy it. Want to me then a champion here in your body too. I'm asking Mugabe today. Tell me, go to a champion to gold. Or to gold. He nationalized our mines. Yes, to Togo, 12 hours per out of his 6.5 years. Go and check. He had the lowest foreign travel bill as a president.
And
yes, he was just barely 48 years.
Which year was that?
1978, 79. On 16 June 1979. But I'm asking you, sorry, People's Movement for Freedom and Justice. We went around the whole world disgracing a champion. Who bet we do what to a champion? A champion no see that suman. That suman go for see what I'm sorry. Yes, Kwadaso no see Kwadaso. That suman BT Kwadaso just by 4 lanes. It's the same size, the same design. I'm telling you, they planned this country. That women would take the commanding heights.
Feed
yes, and feed your industry. Yes. Or no, he had a focus as a president. Who be 8 years. Then how they buy. Boninko what say yenso a champion or protect yenso. I can tell you. Body. Yes, go and check. Most of our water stations. We have 90 water stations in Ghana.
How many?
90 water stations. About 72 of them are 50 years this year. They are 50 years this year. 50 years tells you it was Kutu a champion who built them. Go and check now. Go and see whose plaque is there. Yeah, Kenyan Sasema Chemamunte. Wait. Me see from the beginning I told you he will not be an effective president. On no be a quiet no. And what be a so no. To me dear Bonnie say it is not enough to revoke the license.
Akufo-Addo's administration 8 years in office. Kwa first time I ever be a year Easter. Kwawu Easter Easter kwawu eye Jomama ba ye neighbor.
Dabi.
Eye Honorable Julius Zebra be chief of staff in.
Dabi.
Staff be almost celebrate. Kwawu business forum.
Yeah. Top of the class. Yes.
Chief Justice. Onimunya for eye Julius Zebra.
Yes. Chief of staff. Who's the Chief Justice? Chief of staff. Chief Justice is there. So no.
What they said ono that pass.
Odi baby ah. Odi e be
Tio.
Nansi ya ye be kan wa ha no akoye party. Wabaye party say.
Wakwa kwatra broche 2 weeks.
No waba. Reverend Wilfred Stephen Atta.
Fantastic.
Yes. Na unim say Napoleon anso wo ho. Hey, ade na mo ye, ade na mo ye no.
Dabio.
Napoleon
no aye frema pare na de ne ko.
Yes,
frema Napoleon anso she.
Frema pare na sa de ne ko.
Civil aviation what the MPP for kwa na jo.
That's how did they sell Ghana Airways? They want to sell that place too. So they have to implant their people, and that's what I've been telling you, Mugabe. Look, SIGA should go there. National security should go there. No a party. I launch a book. Say nobody can sack him. And that he has money to pay whoever. Ube to me to bribe her. Uncle Bisa Chief Justice. Yeah, Obi American, don't Bisa IGP. Obe catcher, Obe to me to bribe. Me say, you Reverend Wilfred Stephen Atta. Tomorrow I'm coming to the 7th floor. You attend to me. I'm telling you, I'll go there tomorrow. Because Mugabe and to me must say civil aviation says, "Oh, what your max so you the cut 2.something million into me into IT." Playing a 2 organ and they do party.
Oya party.
Until say dogo pimpo no abese a bimpo TV so bonnet cry.
Say so acting or quarter broche 2 weeks.
Oh, letter na the man no. Letter na will be termination letter. Somebody sack letter. And I see in the person's stead being sacked.
Acting would you my dear bachelor the oba ya
and the usuba
gumba ya bebowa.
Me say am I Mugabe.
So on MPP for ne buy. It was one MPP. Now change us crack. Now was what they say.
Bele. What did you Afriki bele content crack.
We didn't the same.
Reverend Wilfred Stephen Atta. The catcher Mugabe has no qualification to be where he is. I'm telling you, let me give you a rundown a little.
Kenya no. Ya ba sa ko KGL. Sa lottery.
You have to go there.
One man.
What be that?
No man or a board member under Kufuor's administration.
Oh Mugabe.
Ni sisia birthday KGL. Landing Enukodino. Nanado was there. Bawumia was there. Bedi Etuo. Na wo hwe party a wo ye.
Mugabe, let me give you the history of lottery in Ghana.
Would there be
29 September 1962, Kwame Nkrumah didn't open the National Authority for nothing.
Yes, and the one
for these people to sell
KGL. Mugabe, any Baba company they sell platform in Naman. One kwao. Nobody at Omotifie, no omo benefit. 90-40 when come the one.
Mugabe, they have told this. They have told us that Yatsisa power. And so
tete say onu kaji ane nam de atete o akake say onu ne de obi a wo ye de obeto se beda na NL anu na wo ye wadwene say obi de bi oba me asake o we be fantastic o de atete no o de offer ne sika ne tra ho Mugabe embraibo no alisa embraibo so kai best was say a year premier hotel na dollar ni egu
na me hu bi da
ye bie mu say yesi munyi de mo pese
be de ake abrabo egu
Shell hey 600,000 mu de gu Ghana
Mugabe ye me hu titi mi o debi o tie o
eya wo mra so
debi
da say na woni honorable her excellence
debi Matthias here ba me nka bi kakra Ghana no Kwame Nkrumah deliberately opened the lottery authority so that me ne ebi aye ntumi nya adwuma
KGL agini nyina fa
otie o ebi aye ntumi nya adwuma enya fortune in life we cannot be rich but through lottery o ka normal obi betumi ewu ni date of birth ni bibi o di twa lotto you can turn into a millionaire into a dianka untumi nya adwuma nsino through a lottery fortune you will get
na uni vag or se vag so kai
that is Association of Ghana I know about lottery too much. I'm telling you that it was not for nothing Kwame Nkrumah opened the brand now
when them the way say bono they say way bonus
Mugabe, I know everything about lottery. Me, my household, if it comes to lottery, it's mostly it was our daddy's business. We were food vendors and our fathers were lotto receivers. You can find out. Go and ask the National Lottery Authority. When they started, we were not getting people to sell their coupons. It took Ghana women and Ghana men to trade their coupons for them. Go and check. I'm telling you. It was and I make say lottery, you be say uyi taxa and then lottery brings in more money than tax. Now the nipa betra na Mugabe who dey say e second round.
Tuesday.
I move fire service fund because I know there me time and untumi stop me.
Yeah mama mausi. So I don't know
fire service. Mugabe me ba no me hu training school no baby esi no o move training school in free ho. because
opposite
starting on me see training school baby Mugabe baby a training school no nye yemfa nko baby yemfa ntu kwan nko baby e wo kwan ho dodo na baby e wo no opposite the sea who share the environment it is not good. I swear me patrol where them is government must do something. Ministry of Interior move your fire academy from where it is. Yemfa nko ye won crisis as bebre wo ho yemfa ntu kwan
and eja no ba ya se na ya obrabu ye nya yi o ye kan ya dwene ye so we chief justice obekọ a obekọ me so obi a ode na do ba ye bia maka wo hasam ne bekọ ti wo sha office na wudi nya ma ya ene Mugabe me pese me pe kakra bram ye hia wo kakra wo try ya ye be expose you big time.
Mugabe yenko for kita degrees MSc account o fie yenko for esuade omunye adwuma nye ya these people and place them with people
ye dey affirmative action ba ya anya adwuma
adwuma say etu emu enu enya o enya enu na nka be share list ni say judges no anka oba bi wo mu because untumi yi oba na oba
say the edaba just ba for money you
ana ono e senior most banka oba wo mu dia anka wo ma for wo
no so na prisons
no that they work for whatever they have gotten now. They work for it way back. Oh yeah, the nipa ba bench 2008 17 years ni untumi NDT justice and then nipa tirimu what dey sir una na do time myself for
8 years or 2 years
and I mean ka say he was the most senior judge oba mu 2008 yes
light ne da justice ba for money
ubetumi asisi ni yankopon dey oshisha I was about the right time 68 2 years to go I'm from board and grace on making sure
when you say money
assembly I be ba ho bia 5
money say
yes
in so no ka say mu tete no say da bi and ba for money on so na we go to so you know fantastic man very well
do so age no sure na eto anu so ha mo ma aka no
light ne da no so
nyame na ye
you no tokunu
okọ no dey okọ ya suspending or do you think they can bring her back from suspension? Me ayo bad I don't want to rig her. You know me I'm
affirmative no dey on kan ho.
On kan what guy? Because affirmative won bo any chair or public. Obi kasana bo any chair, bo affirmative am on kan.
Yeah ma we so bo any chair.
Dabi.
Said ba for bo any chair.
See the enquire.
Excellency a yellow as it abesi bo any chair.
Nim fefe. Now go bo any chair. Yachi wo no. Yeah. Iti dabe no suspension dabe na.
Ne ya na said.
Iti dabe no mo be friend no. And otuemu a
the Yenyama His Excellency.
Very well.
It's been going on for some time. Say petition no, the woman say petition no nye nene started. Started 2024. In fact, Nana Dumpo ena started process no. Na me say the reason why I made it started from 2024 no. Amanfo ashedama omurefi no mo pese o mo kase John Mahama na a started petition against if anything o pese oyi chief justice, but the process started in 2024 when a petitioner wrote to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo say yeyi chief justice no, and Nana Addo so started process no by law no, when the petition comes like that I will say we start a process no, because the people have their reasons for saying say ABR on grounds based on this and that we want this person removed. And Nanado started process no, and Nanado edify power. And Nanado fee power no, I think there were 3 new petitions that got to the desk of His Excellency John Mahama. As president no, the Jumane say obe follow constitution no. Omoye omo investigations and omo say the petition is not just unfounded. The petition has grounds, and he, as a fair and just president, Wontumi and sweepy petition under the carpet. He has to make sure say he works on it. It's it's a public office. We all hold public offices, and we all owe allegiance to the Constitution, and our duty is to the people of Ghana. And if the people of Ghana, whom we serve, are saying, say, okay, this person we think is not discharging their duties properly in the interest of Ghanaians, and they write a petition, it is not up to the president to cover the person because she's a man or because she's a woman. You are put in that position not because you are a man or a woman, but because you are a Ghanaian and because you are qualified to do the job. So the people that you are serving, I say, a few of them have brought some grievances against you, and they want the grievances to be investigated. Mugabe, it is a public civil service or public service sector. say we are director and now we are even the police service in the army and any other public institution. When a petition is brought against you and they think that it is worth investigating, they will indict you and tell you to go and sit at home until the investigation is completed. And see, I believe that with the judiciary, this is what has happened.
No, I'm going to say establish a
prima facie case. Okay. And see, in this instance, the grounds for her suspension, the kind letter now a fee presidency, almost say they have
her response to the president.
After her response, they have investigated, they have looked at the petitions. And like I said, that this thing started in 2024, not even under His Excellency John Mahama. Okay. This process to remove the Chief Justice, I'm stressing it, the process to remove the Chief Justice started under Nanado with a petition. And it is continuing with 3 more petitions. Okay. And based on the petition, the president has found reasonable grounds for the Chief Justice to answer certain questions. Mm-hmm. And it is based on those grounds, President Akache Yemami Chief Justice say on Kotinefi a suspension. Kotinefi near investigation. He has set up a 5-member committee to look into the allegations. Say allegations a 5-member committee no Kotinase. No muye now they don't find any case against her. I'm sure that she would go back to her position as chief. But if any wrongdoing is found against her, then I'm sure that going forward, the grounds for removal would follow from there. So we should allow
the recommendation will come from that
the 5-member committee.
5-member
but
committee,
for now,
forming that committee.
Oh, their names are here.
Their names are there. I know. The former Auditor General is in it. Yes. You can mention the names.
Daniel Yaodomolevo is there. Justice Samuel Kobna Edubi, Justice of the Supreme Court is also there. Then Major Flora. As for the middle name, I cannot mention. Dalagu.
Yes,
and then Professor James Sefa Jisa, Associate Professor, University of Ghana. They are all members.
So there are two members of the Supreme Court on it.
Pamwine, and then there's that judge here, Justice Samuel Kwame Edibu Esiedu.
Yes,
Justice of the Supreme Court. Wow.
So we have to allow the committee to do its work. Anonymous 7. Anonymous 5 and Anonymous 7. Anonymous 7 almost 30 precedents, And see, anyway, so the committee will do its work. Now, how did we get here? Is the question. How did we get here? Alistair? Yeah. Because Ghanaians have lost trust in the judiciary. In any government setup, we have the judiciary, we have the legislature, and we have the executive. But in the past 8 years, what we saw was that the judiciary was taking instructions from the executive, and the ordinary Ghanaians started agitating. So even when there's a case against an individual based on where the political party or how the person is seen now, you can tell how the judgment or the ruling is going to come out. And see, before it comes out, you can predict, say, where a Anonymous 7 they are going to do their thing. So there's like more or less mistrust with the judiciary. Because I say on one of our campaign trails, His Excellency John Mahama spoke to them and told our justices, say yes, Nanado Ena appointed him as Chief Justice and as a Justice of the Supreme Court. But however, your term is protected by the Constitution, so it is up to you to ensure, say, you do the right thing. Do not. Men can say Nanado na appointed until you are going to dance to his tune. So can say jeli NDC ni we are now jeli no. So can say mia wensa na wa mia wensa. That is not how justice works. Until Lady Justice herself was suffering under this under the past government, and we saw that on the 7th of January when at the conference center a bus full of judges were being ushered to the Independence Square, and ordinary Ghanaians were hooting at that bus full of judges. We saw it.
Yeah.
That was how low it went. When a group of men and women in a bus were being taken to the Independence Square and they were being hooted at. They were sitting in the bus.
The video is in the public.
They were sitting in the bus, but when people saw that this bus contained judges, people started hooting at the bus. So we need to ensure that the trust that we have in our judiciary, that trust must come back to the extent that when I go to the court, I know that I'm going to get justice. Not to the extent where I will not go because I know that the people there will know me as an NDC person, and so I'm not going to get justice. Justice is not for sale. Justice should not be for political appointment, where maybe you are a Supreme Court judge, a High Court judge, and you please your friend and government in power so that you be promoted to Court of Appeal judge. Justice should not be pushed aside for you to be able to climb up your career. That is unfair to the people that you are meting out justice to. So this thing is going to be a precedent. I know people are saying, okay, Oyoba. At the end of the day, it is the office that we are looking at. We are not looking at gender here. She occupies, she's not the first female judge. Justice Georgina Wood has been there. Sophia Kufu has been there. I don't think that there were any of these charges against these two honorable women that I have just mentioned their names. So whatever she did, and there are some memes. Mugabe, you know what a meme is? When we say Diana, Ebia Metihona, Minimi, Huna, Maye, Menim, Bibi, then it goes around as a meme. Yeah. Then people start using it. In Ebia, who send you a big message, and then they will send my face as a meme to you. Yeah. So there are some memes where she was sort of eyeing JM in public. Yeah. And that meme went around with the Chief Justice, Obu JM and and our body language and facial expression says a lot. Yeah. It tells a lot about what we are thinking. I always say what my mouth will not say. Look in my eyes, you see it. Say bibina mpese meka. What is all written in my eyes. You see what exactly I'm thinking. So we could actually tell what she was thinking about His Excellency. But I don't think it has anything to do with that. That's her personal. So you can't force her to like JM whether Openasemo or Penasemo. But we have seen so many instances where the law should have gone a certain way, but it went the other way because you could see that there were some higher hands pulling the strings, and I believe that didn't augur well for her. And Tina, Musa Dankwa did a research, a poll. He conducted a poll. Global Info Analytics. Yeah. And about 58% of Ghanaians, 52% of Ghanaians, 58 na ye winnie and they be in the woman 52% of Ghanaians want her out. Yeah. So if 52% want her out now, then she's toasted. 18 neutral. 18, yes, she's toasted. You cannot continue to be there. Justice is very, very important.
So your global info analysis now.
Yeah, and then 52% and Gray no year 11 year almost on the neutral oppose. Okay. 18%. So only 20% oppose her removal. Only 20%. The rest of the country feel that confidence in the judiciary must be restored. Maybe as leader of the judiciary, maybe if she is removed, then that confidence that we are looking for in the judiciary, as a Ghanaian, I don't have to suffer injustice because me NDC ni. Senior Chachuka you sow the wind and you shall reap the whirlwind. The obediano and now until no one in some can say yenya imba chief justices. Georgina Wood in Sophia. She's the third one. What she sowed is what she's reaping. People lost trust in the judiciary, and she's the head. And mostly, we saw it based on her own facial expression. But Mugabe, you see, the content of the petition, that's not what we are even talking about. There's one Auditors General's report that I chanced on. where her daughter was collecting per diem.
Yes, 10,000.
She was traveling with her daughter. Yes. Your children are not supposed to collect per diem.
She's above 18 years too.
She's above, and listen, when you are traveling, the only person whose ticket, airfare must be bought is you, the officer. The government or the state does not need to buy a ticket for your spouse, or unless
even the husband went to Zambia, they paid him $6,000.
Yes. So her children were on government whatever. Omu tukwanya omo business class ticket momo. Na yasa amomu per diem. In what capacity was her child, her daughter collecting per diem? E dey ejuma na okwa koya ma aban enti ana ye etua ne ba. And as a chief justice, you should know better. You see, the bar that we use to measure the chief justice is higher. So you do not let your children, you don't put yourself in that position where your children are being paid per diem. Dear Juana, wobano okwakwaya ma banti ana yedi yesika 8 per diem. For what? For what?
Number 4, the whole.
For what? What did the American say? And in the past, when Charlotte Osei was being removed, Charlotte Osei herself was a woman. A female judge is going to be removed. A female. Where were they when Charlotte Osei was removed? Aye gun eni maase. Obema baako a petition. Bema Charlotte Osei family share no. Emma ni ye nipa. Turn around because of political then. SLA. Mefane say obi ete say ni nua because he grew up in their home. Emma Pamo Charlotte Osei. Where were those people? This country is full of hypocrites. When it suits them, they will condemn it. When it doesn't, when they wanted Charlotte Osei out there, not Charlotte Osei, no a bear man, I know a hermaphrodite. But where do your banty and fancheno? Baby, the justice system is very expensive. People's lives depend on the justice system. And if the justice system is corrupt, and something must be done about it. And like her, she's a judge. She's had instances where people's lives have come before her, and she has had to take the decision on their lives to determine whether they are wrong or right. This time, that's why we are in a constitutional rule. No one is above the law, not even the president. The president is also not above the law. And the chief justice is not above the law. So if there's anything that has been found untoward in the petition has been found against her now, she will face the law accordingly. Same way that people are brought to her for her to judge, be the judge, and to determine their fate. She would also face that the same. We are all not above the law.
Very well. Alisa, you share also dear. Now maybe I'm video a boy. Yeah. Or share or my ruling on the speaker issue case now. Or may say 4 constituencies be say nipa only 100 of is it thousands of people living in that area. You share now you share Asenov. Now you share as we speak, Greater Accra region here, or one of the constituencies in the region, Ablekomanov. They still don't have a representative in parliament.
Yeah. Mugabe me da senior kwenya ode mame. De bia me de family bra, me say family bra sa. We no. Family bra sa. Madam for Porsche and na odi ni birthday into baby o bia.
Porsche madam for.
Oh madam for. Cross our law square ni me no. Madam for odi ni birthday.
Porsche no.
Porsche no. Me de ni baba be chia. Oh madam for. Obisa questions too much. Obisa questions.
I say one man.
One man, one wife. With the union and Casaba Babet. Oh, dear. Or what?
Your Porsche.
So dear. Obisa end of semester questions. So, Mugabe.
Today
I'm happy. Papa. Me badu na me niaji Mugabe. Na me niaji woke mwa na me suspension. No. What? Mugabe she tie. We she swinging tie. Yeah, you ready? Ya pamo. There's no way she will return from the suspension. I'm telling you, there's no way she's going to return from the suspension. Look at the 5 people who have been constituted. Who can say dom level so yes, why? Aren't you in this country? What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Mugabe, you see JM, and I am Muntie 3, and you're co-prison on false charges. Yes. On false charges, I say it every time, Mugabe. How did our warrior in Chi turned to rape in the Webster dictionary. And there will be a school saying, I read literature in school. Aware in tree, when you bring it into English, it means marriage. How did it then metamorphose to become rape for us to be sentenced? Repetitive justice. I mean, rape you be that. It's Mugabe. By their deeds we shall know them. I swear, Hosea 8:7. Yes, when you saw the wind, you reap the whirlwind. If you said no, sir, 5 constituencies, so 4 constituencies now, and your mark in the back court, you know. One you knew by their own party constitution that their own party constitution removes them in their own article 3 and 9. Constitution, you know, but they brought the matter to you instead of asking them to go away, throw the matter out, because their own constitution sacks the people. You decided to entertain the matter and step on people's toes and talk anyhow to anybody. You are sowing your own sacking. You have been sacked. You have been sacked.
Suspended, please.
Oh, please. There's no way. Hey, it will take the miracle of Utie. Yeah.
Suspended.
Yeah, Mugabe, look at. Do you know what the woman? Do you know?
There's difference between sack and suspended.
Yes,
please.
she won't come back. There are some people. When I went to Achimota school, some people were suspended. They never came back.
But anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Okay, you will see. We'll see the scores. Omu try time and omu try 7-0 ni adenu. Omu try 8-0 ni adenu. Ne ni ha.
8-0 Amada.
Amba. Where 4-1? Daniko 4-1. Monsieur Omebium. Mugabe. She. On my jumani. When you
have personal issue with them.
Me, I list a personal issue with anybody. The jailing and Ukraine meaning personal issue. The Omar prison or only council of state. I'm coming back to my bonnet. I don't mean will be a personal issue. Yeah, you ready? Unnie, who Sama me when I make say even to entertain that MPP case in court, that parliamentary case, and the confusion you brought to this country at that time showed me, Alistair, that you were a novice at the job. You had no experience being chief justice. I saw my father Cantona. Look at you. You now person who smuggle 5 judges. Omudini, you wrote to Nanado trying to smuggle people onto the Supreme Court bench. These are the names. We intercepted the letter. Yes, she wanted to smuggle more people.
Can you read?
I can read them. No, when you mention their names, those people, you glorify them. Because someone sent for the Supreme Court to say a more position. What did they make her say? Yes. Clearly the names are on your screen. These are the names. Yes. Trying to smuggle people onto the Supreme Court. And then look at you. You understand? These days, so you don't want to mention your name anywhere. You are not fit to be where you are. Mugabe, you think it's easy to be a member of the Supreme Court? Go to the advanced sciences and go and check. Who can say then? You think it's bipartisan inclination to the place? Please. We want a judiciary system where the level playing field, no matter what political party in power, we will see justice as it prevails in the system, manifested by the people. Wontumi betrana mo mbesisi na edu obisua na mo akanahye edu obisu dia na mo jiji no so. Me say asema afenyo mark in the court ma me ni jiji so pe. And I'm say, "Whoa, you have sacked yourself because you understood the issues before the matter was brought to court. So you should have quickly sent them away." That per their party's own constitution, Article 3 and 9, they don't have no merit on the case. It was clear. But you found some way. This is how we know never my suspension. Who was suspension? So I never my Look.
Is she not the same person who said we couldn't use our birth certificates to register for passports?
Yes.
But we could use a Ghana card because it doesn't make sense. You need a birth certificate to get a passport.
Yes.
So that's the primary document you need for a passport. It's a birth certificate. And then she was the one who said that our birth certificates are not good enough to get a passport, but you can get a passport. It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
Mugabe, look at it too. The primary good is the birth certificate. Then from the birth certificate, you come and get your passport. Then from your passport, you go and get your Ghana card. So the tertiary level is a Ghana card. The secondary level is a passport. And then the primary level is your birth certificate. So how come the foundation that can give you the passport cannot give you that?
That thing was just to make sure that the MPP government got their way.
Yes,
because it doesn't make sense. If in America the only document that is the most powerful thing is the birth certificate. Yes. If you want to see whether you are a US born citizen, it is only your birth certificate, not your passport. Because with passport, you could use your naturalized certificate to get a passport. Okay. But if they want to see whether you are a born US citizen, it is only your birth certificate. That is the original document that you can use. But you can get a passport with your naturalized certificate. That's how you go. Yeah. So the passport is based on secondary. Yeah. Either you use get a birth certificate or a naturalized certificate to get a. So but you are telling us document. That we cannot use our birth certificate.
Which is the primary document to get a section.
It didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. People think that the law was made for you. I don't understand. The law, if you go see law school, we use common sense.
At least for that 4 areas.
Yes.
You already see what's enough.
Yes.
You already see.
So no money representation. No niho. Listen, no oniho. No niho. When those people didn't have representation, was she not chief justice? Why did she call that there should be elections at those places? This is biasness in public. Yeah, Mugabe. May can't say much. Say look, sa petition said it didn't just start for nothing, and this is the end of it. He has gone through send me page here asem no ono ade ni bae no enye gidigidi asem o
Thursday na captain sponsor ache
but do ni mre so and suspension na bae na me bo say me free ba ya na be say o na ba na noko she suspended herself she by her own action
enka mo no kan say
like bae no wait tele atiti tele atiti ne tele alo be
Mugabe onu etu na amuna If I achebu ne efu e onu anu atu na amuna enu akoto amuna no aka nyote ne
kaka ye hwe abra ensem ne bae no ne response anyhow I will say eleki letter to the president to the media
Mugabe wahu onu no nim say wa e bone you see all of them they were in the spirit of breaking the eight. You understand? They knew that what they had done the extension of her post was an extension of the MPP. They knew they were going to win. If they won't win, not basabasi be bad. They'll go to court. Quickly, she'll pronounce them victors. So she knew that her job was secured. He cared less about anybody. I'm telling you, you go and tell an MPP person in 2024 that they were going to lose the election. They'll slap you. They told her in full flight. Look at how she was behaving and how she was throwing her weight about. See, a nanka ye draw near the assembly court. Wanted to say one yanke and then you obekuye kura. Inti nyamina once any be omumu. So the two-thirds majority nyamina when nyaminsa womu say pa dia uye suya nye why they say when ni sack no nyami womu me affirmative action guy and you say pomo oba na emite no me oba ye boni na be ma ye boni equal punishment it must go to all of them. This one and America one I was saying who say mami we nyoma why you look at the discipline that the judiciary lacks. The judiciary lacks discipline. There's no fairness when your judgments come out and people hear. People cringe. Matters of national concern. When people assembly PA, ni ehun in seminar bana utumi hu 7-0, 15-1. Uko shem pass. Why? What is it? Fearful judgments. It has come to an end. Nyamiasi Ghana for Edamwasi. Semutu Abama JM. He unkwada kosune nyi nchi adwin kesi a wonu. Even how you are going about the process, me mama na ka be journey na dada o.
Yeah, omo listeners so. So,
hey, Mugabe.
They share the Nanado appoint Ekufo
and you also know take partisan path. Wow. Enti no oka omo a Nanado di omo bae no. She came in 2019. Then you have those who came
Bafo money mo.
Udebeba Bafo money 2008 ogbodo je Ekufo na deni buy or ba be call last minute no deni buy because of his intelligence and his pronouncements on the Supreme Court and the appeals court and other things. He was barely 51 years at the time. That's about 17 years now. You can check. And when you hear him on cases what Bafo money, when you read his judgments utumu say wa bin Yankopo onye na de kwa wo ebe chenso ebe ba
yetrano
2008 by J. Ekufo, then Ufuwa Gabriel Pamwan, or no 2015, he didn't have money, yes, I am a bono. Pamwan, or no John Dramani Mahaman, I didn't buy
there to screen.
More banning Mugabe show be Richard the J from Paul, I didn't buy 2012 just to come and add to the numbers. Yao Dakwasari 2024 just to come and add to the numbers. Henry Kofi, Anthony Kofi 2024 just to add to the numbers. I wish that the Chief Justice who will come will find a way to flash out. We don't need more than nine. We don't need more than 9 of these people. 14 adults to do. Find somewhere to put them. They don't need more than 9. They cannot be on public salary. Even the judiciary is not raising enough money to look after its own self. Go to the small courts. Go to the small justices, how they are suffering, where they stay. Those in the districts who are giving justice, dispensing justice. The whole judiciary, take it as a whole. Go and see their suffering. They cannot even raise money to look after themselves. Then you have justices who want to throw their weight about as if the law is what? The law is an ass. You write it the way you want it. You cannot bring it onto me, Alistair. There's no way you are going to return from the suspension. Free suspension, I'm telling you. I wish I knew a house. I can go and wait for this evening. Bye bye. Continue. Go and join the MPP. You can go and be MP at Winneba. And then be an extension of the New Patriotic Party.
So why was the NPP no more defending Mamina?
Oh, say yes. Why? If she was the one, I told you the case Afenyo sent to court was a bad one on the MPP about the MPs who had been removed per their own party constitution. But this woman covered Afenyo and gave Afenyo a hearing and made Afenyo as if he was some big guy than a backbean. Sure. Who have any backbean? Who CJ? Who former CJ Tokonukra? Who have any backbean?
So a former.
Or a former, yes. Or a former Minameka. Oh baby, afako. Or pound farming cocotte. Mikra Kabeba. Yeah, Jew post and the state sword has been taken away from you. You have been suspended. Well, lie, you won't get it again.
Suspended a year, CJ.
Inti.
Not former.
No, please. Mugabe, take my words for the future. It will work. She's not coming back. Me, I'm prophetic. I mean, well, me see, I sang as I was coming. Yankupon to me, one. A better in Swebeba. You give you space to come and serve us, and you must serve us in good faith and in honesty, and make this country go on so that don't believe me. Look, I started a law. I tell you as Israelaka, but I stopped. Me say, hey, if I'm a lawyer here, I'll fight. I'll throw my shoes at you. I'm telling you. Mufi saying, so please, Mugabe, the court shouldn't be a scary place for anybody. Anybody who walks to the courts must get justice. Me, I even want the public tribunal system to come and add to the courts. What do I say? Now, you know, you say, Madam G. Mensa, so you'll be a Kabadisa, Kawa Park, Yoma, and in Namquad. So, what I say, yes, connivers in bed, Munina partners in crime. You people, you G. Mensa, you're waiting that the election will pile 137, so that quickly you run. You and Bossman, you run and take it to the Chief Justice, ready to wait and then make Baumia president. By now you should resign, be fast and resign. And to say Ghana Civil Aviation Forum, they should sack themselves because they will sack them. By tomorrow morning, you will see what will happen at the Civil Aviation Authority. I'm telling you. Don't be sacked. I'm telling you. There's no way. Yeah, I can't say more. I don't work for a Brocha party. Now then, somewhere can't say no correct. Now your party was Civil Aviation. Odi Naponia officer John Mahamania and the Civil Aviation na do power and ko yin no Professor Mills ban no ye jimo Ghana gas so mo ba wan yin no e do aja ho baba no ye jimo Ghana gas when became the sake. What are you talking about? Look, let's be real.
To mo na do ba yin no mo na nko ana.
Oh say yes. It's about institutional changes. Other than that, you'll never be able to, attain your policy. JM policy in the aviation sector in Mugabe is big. Let me tell you. He says a new national airline. Yes, and he talks about a new one. He talks about a flight academy. Now, if you go to Ho Airport, by 9 o'clock, the airport is opened. By 9:45, it's closed because there's only one reconnaissance flight. If you are airport staff, they're warning you civil aviation for you. Coffee after 10 o'clock. You go to work, the same thing. By 11 o'clock, the airports are open. By 11:30, the flight is gone. Sunyani, the same thing. So JM has a policy to link the regional airports, and you have a DG who does not even understand what me sitting here talking about. He's not a technical person, and it's an implant, not alone. Head of human resources, head of social services, head of engineering, the PR there. Bribe. Then you have the head of accident. Yes, he says he has money to pay. I don't know who he's going to pay the money to. We are waiting. He will show me his receipt. That he has paid. All those places. You let me take it out. But I'm saying that those institutional changes at certain places in national life are so important that it must come. Also, take position. So they went to civil aviation. They went to sack our people. You can find out. Yes, they went there to sack our people. Did you see videos of them sacking our big people from work, moving them out? What are we waiting for? And I'm asking you, what plan has he got in acquiring a national airline? Ask me.
MPP man.
Yes. What plan has he got in acquiring a national airline? The flight academy. When? Has he made arrangements with any flying school to come and start here that will continue? Do you know the benefits?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I did $10,000 as per diem or bear party or say you bet to me akasa bibian to know that. I'm telling you, there's a recording. If you like that, let me give it to Kelvin to play. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a recording. Or no, me per se, Civil Aviation Authority. Yes, I'll be there tomorrow. I will be there with my face. I'll come there and I'll go and meet the DG. He'll be surprised at what I have evidence against him. I'll show it to him and I'll come and publish it henceforth. I'm telling you. Mugabe, almost say BBAO, and they have a trick. That's what is occurring at the judiciary. That's why I linked it to the Ghana Civil Aviation. They leave their people there, and then they have that mindset that they have development in freedom. You best send us. Yes,
MPP.
Yes, so development in freedom. Property owning, you buy a pay Japadie, near Frey Husika at the expense of the state. Yes, Japadie. So anything that you put them to be even grand messenger in your office, my friend, they find a way to steal from their messengerial post. Yeah, they know how to do it. They know. So at the civil aviation, somebody who travel 9 times will not bring any report. We even go for development officers training. When the development officers, junior officers who are supposed to go or know as DG is part of that in order to go and take care of them, and we are watching him. He has no knowledge of the place. I told you, what plan has he got to inculcate the aviation sector into the 24-hour economy? Mugabe asked.
Na acting crown where party.
Acting so Shawmami o. Mugabe Shawmami obi termination letter.
Shawmami.
Shawmami. Obi termination letter na udi be. Obi termination letter Charles Keku. Yesi onko. Inti yesi okay and yesi ho. Now be guy say. Sure, you don't have the knowledge. You yourself, you know you don't have the capacity to man the place. Inti Mugabe, the institutional, that's what we must do. We must clear all the institutions, not only the judiciary. There are so many places in this country that the shake-up of 7th December must. Yes, we must clear the electoral commission. Tamale Teaching Hospital. Look at the CEO there. I talked about Ridge Hospital the other time. Sack them without mercy. If they like, they should travel outside and go and work. Nobody will take them. This arrogance. Why never travel to the hospital? If you like go to Saudi Arabia, you cannot put up such an attitude. Don't pay you. At the end of the year, they'll look at their camera and see how you attended to their patients, and they'll reduce your salary. You will be surprised at the way your relationship will go to. Mugabe, my interest cry say, obi a purpose inti, obi a kwako purpose. Ye try her, ye defend Mahama, but Mahama so recognize the efforts.